Yeah, I'm gonna start to record this.
I'm recording it as well, buddy.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
cool.
yeah. You gonna start stealing?
No, what do you think Goku beats you watch? You're on the positive, so go ahead and tell me.
The standard premise.
I set the burden on you first. Stop shifting the burden.
Not my burden.
Yes,
You
it is
fucking
because you made the positive claim that Goku beats you watch. So give me your reasoning.
that pre-debate.
Wait, that's before. Okay, that's why I offered you the topic. Hello, what are you talking about? Are you dumb?
Premises. We're going off of premises. My premise is Goku outscales your character standard premise, which is standard SBA and 5 minute burn and rejoinder, 3 minute.
Wait, who agrees on the 5 minutes burden? Okay, 5 minute burden of rejoin in some circumstances. So yeah, that's sure. That's fine. But
Okay.
what was it?
Do
So
you agree to
agree
these
on what?
terms? We
Agree
could
on
do
what?
a 5 minute to 10 minute burn of rejoinder.
I'll do a 5 minute, sure.
You'll do a 5 minute BR. I bet.
Yeah.
So, what's
Also,
your
you
what's your
find wait, you find with superpower wiki and like the VSBW shit.
not VSBW because I don't use it.
No,
Like
like
I don't.
VSBW for tiers. Like, what? How are you gonna scale them off of tier? Do you want to do hacks only?
I use character stats and profiles wiki
Okay, why does it have more value than the VSBW one?
because VSBW is fallacious. It's
Why is it
contradicted.
fallacious?
It's fallacious because it says about like infinite, like uncountable lefts, and like it doesn't really specify anything higher than that, like to get into balance. So I believe
No, it
that it's
says no. I'm gonna just give you an explanation of what a boundless is, VSBW. If you're trying to say it's fallacious,
what the fuck are you
a
talking about?
fallacious thing is a flaw in reasoning. So I didn't see a flaw in reasoning in there, but I'm gonna explain this to you in the simple terms, retard.
Why
So tier
system? Okay,
0,
home.
yeah.
You realize you called me a retard mid debate, so that's an ad home.
No, that's not the ad hominem because I didn't use that to defeat your argument. So stop trying that, retard.
Because you literally called me a retard. So
Okay,
that's literally,
okay, but you do realize me calling you a retard does not defeat your argument. I'm not using that to defeat your argument, so that's not the ad hominem.
and that is
Stop
not
me
on
using. Wait, okay,
position.
wait. First of all, that's ad nauseum fallacy because I already defeated the fact that it is not ad hominem, but you're still repeating the same thing.
That I repeated the same thing. So can you go
Yeah,
ahead show me you did the same thing?
yeah, it's on the recording. We can check that out later, but we can move on from the point first.
You're gonna be banned right after we finish up this debate. By the way.
Oh,
Anyway,
banned? Oh, wait, so you want to ban me after we're finishing the dialect?
yeah, of
When are
course.
you gonna ban me? Yeah, when does the debate end?
It's gonna end soon.
Soon?
Just
How do you know that?
how do I know that?
Yeah.
Because I'm just making a general assumption. So since it's general,
That's a assumption fallacy. What?
that's not a policy if it's general. Because I'm not talking specifically about
Why is
the
it
debate itself
general?
soon.
Why
So
is it general?
that's just like a general assumption. So again,
You're
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna get to
circular
your watch
reasoning.
versus Goku.
is
Yeah,
general.
yeah, that's
So,
well, hold on. That's circular reasoning. You can't. You're going back to your premise.
yeah, you have two fallacies because you commit a false dichotomy.
Do you wait? Do you know what's a false dichotomy? I never gave you only two possibilities. Like what? A false dichotomy is when you give only two possibilities, even though there's more possibilities. I never did that to you. What are you talking about?
You literally, you literally gave me like you literally said that you committed this fallacy. So that is a false dichotomy because you're erroneously limiting my options during the debate.
What do you?
What
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
fuck
give
are
you,
you talking?
dude. You're so retarded. I'm gonna give you a false dichotomy fallacy definition since if you wanna ape like this, cause I'm not trying to.
Warren, you can't interfere in the debate at all. If you interfere, that would mean compromising dialectics, and I can win
Who
the
is
debate.
compromising dialect?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm laughing at this guy. So false dilemma. False dilemma says it's based on the premise that erroneously limits what options are available. What are the options that are limited?
You laughed
Fuck.
at me because that's appeal to ridicule.
How did I laugh at you? How
That,
did I laugh at you? Hello?
you literally said it that I'm laughing at this guy, so that's appeal to ridicule because you're seeing my
Prove I
argumentation.
said that.
So that is like a fallacy.
Prove I said
Wait,
that.
pause. Give me a minute. Say and invite my main account because
Yeah,
I
sure.
gotta
I'll do.
get into my scan servers and
Sure,
shit.
sure.
Can I ask you guys to like unban my friend Shrek? Why did you guys ban him?
Appeal
Okay,
to ridicule.
so
fallacy which
I'm gonna tell you this again, Supreme. A false dichotomy is a fallacy when I'm limiting you to two possibilities only, even though there's more possibilities. Can you tell me when did I limit those possibilities? Just answer the question.
because you called it fallacy, and that's erroneously limiting something.
No, listen, me calling a fallacy, no, listen. Me calling a fallacy
Fallacy
leaves a flaw in your reasoning, which you can't use that in a formal debate.
already debunked that.
What
So
was your
yeah, we
debunk? Prove you
you
debunked it.
my debunk is that the fallacy doesn't apply to me, and
Why?
it's a false cause
Why?
because I just explained it to you.
Prove you explained it to me.
It's in the recording. That's my proof.
Yeah, nah, cause if you're gonna beg the question, if you're gonna beg the question, then I don't know.
The question, that's not what that is. Define the fallacy right now, mate.
Sure, begging the question is when you're assuming the conclusion of your premise. I'll just give you the definition of begging the
Let
question.
me, well, let me see the actual definition because I don't think that's a reliable definition.
What do you mean by reliable definition? The hell? Okay, I'll give you a definition from logically fallacious side. That's where the logical fallacies come from. So, any form of argument where the conclusion is assumed in one of the premises. Many people use the phrase begging the question incorrectly when they use it to mean prompts one to ask the question that is not correct usage. Logical form, claim X assumes X is true, therefore claim X is true. So again, you're gonna have to state the reasoning. Why doesn't the fallacy apply to you? So
That
can you
doesn't
tell
even
me?
matter.
Can
That's
you
literally
tell me?
like opulent. If you're asking who's winning the debate right now and it's not even settled, that's an ad populum.
Did I ask that? Wait, did I ever say that?
Wait, he's trolling, so he's not serious.
I said I think he's trolling. I didn't say that he is, but I mean, alright.
He didn't assert it.
I'm beating the shit out of this guy. I'm not even trying. Like this guy's terrible.
I'm
Yeah.
like Eternal Supreme.
So what's your contention to this fallacy?
I just want to explain something to Supreme. I just want to explain one thing to you. I didn't take an affirmative on anything. I just said something intuitively.
Yeah,
Don't
you
try to
just
say that
it's
he's
because
trolling. So don't.
Corn. I'm gonna mute you because you're compromising dialectics
You
by
don't know what
Don't even know
compromise
what the fuck
dialectic.
that
Stop
means.
using this wrong word. The hell?
compromise.
That's not compromising dialectics, bro. But go on.
Like it's
So
really
yeah, Eternal Supreme. I'll give you 5 minutes to respond to my opposing argument.
5 minutes to respond. What was restate your argument
No,
because
I
I
don't
literally
need to because I already stated it. You have the obligation to respond to it.
I already responded to it then.
Prove you responded to it.
You
Wait. We can ask the audience if you did respond to my definition of the fallacy.
audience reliable. We have only like two judges.
But that's appeal to the audience. What are you talking about? Why can't I ask the audience? What's wrong with that?
You're making appeal to the audience then.
Yeah, why is it fallacious?
Oh, so you just admitted that you're appealing to authority, right?
No.
Or like
Nope.
popularity?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
First
Yes.
of all,
You
if I ask, no, listen. If I'm asking the audience, right, they add up more probability to what's happening. I never said it's true. I said it's more probable for it to be the case.
you prove that something is more likely to be the case because a majority thinks so. Can you prove that?
I mean, sure. I'll just give you an analogy. If there's some
Bro,
people,
your knowledge,
yeah. Stop
send me
cutting
like
me off. Will you stop cutting me off? Can I give you an analogy so I can like prove the point?
that's not proving the point. Your
Yeah, it
analogy
does because an analogy
is
helps you
based on
in induction
it's
and deduction and abduction. You do realize that, right?
not what a subjective view is.
Subject. What are you talking about?
That's literally what you're committing. You're literally going off of your subjective opinion, and you're not even
Yeah,
going
my
off
subjective opinion is justified, so I don't think that's wrong. Like what? Whatever you say
by
is also subjective. Like what?
exactly. You have no justification, therefore you can't make that
No,
claim.
subjective things have justifications. That's irrationalism. What are you talking about?
Subjective claims have justification. Can you
Yeah, they have.
prove? So yeah, send me the definition for that. For like a
Definition for
subjective,
what?
the standard definition for like a subjective claim on and why it's also reliable.
Okay, some subjective claims are reliable because they can give reasoning as to what happens. Like, let's say I'm giving you a reasoning as to why would this be the case. I'm using my mind to prove my point. So that's, of course, subjective because it's a mind-dependent thing. So it's
Right. So I think like a Chevy Camaro is better than a Ford, right? Than
what?
like a Ford. Yeah, I think a Chevy Camaro is better than a Ford car, but is that truly the case? No, it's not the case because we don't actually know. That's just my subjective view. Same thing what
Wait,
you're
that's
doing right.
argument from ignorance.
No, it's not
Just because
argument
you
from.
don't know it's true, that doesn't make it not true. What are you talking about?
Then how do we know your statement is true?
If I give my reasoning to that, what?
Yeah, your reasoning can be subjective.
Subjective things can be justified in a debate. What are you talking about? It being subjective does not defeat my argument.
If you don't have colloquial evidence to back it up, then it's really just subjective view and it's just an opinion.
Nigga really
Subjective
said
view.
colloquial evidence.
What's colloquial evidence? Do you know what that is?
Evidence is verbatim evidence shown with like a scan or something to back up
That's
your.
empirical, not colloquial, you retard.
Wait,
Yes, it
first of
is.
all, wait, Eternal, no, Supreme. There's two types of,
Now,
no, Supreme, stop cutting me off. There's two types of evidences. One is empirical evidence.
don't
One is,
judge.
yeah, stop cutting me off. Should I just educate this guy on debating? Like what?
I'm not cutting you off, and you're not
Yes,
educating no one.
yes, you are cutting me off. Like, what are you talking about?
Fuck,
First of all,
using big
there's
words
something
because
called there's something
I'm like
called empiricism, and there's something called rationalism. Do you know what they are?
imperialism. Imperialism is
Not
something that's like
imperialism, it's empiricism. Are you retarded?
empiricism. What define empiricism for me?
Yeah, sure.
Define it.
Yeah, I will. That's why I told you. Just wait. Like, oh my god.
Isn't empiricism a theory?
A theory, dude.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
can
it's
you
a.
how can you use a theory
Oh,
on something
wait, wait,
that's
wait,
happened?
wait, wait.
A
If
theory? No,
it's
a theory is a hypothesis.
it's a hypothesis, it's not actually like valid.
And
It's not.
empiricism is not hypothesis. Do you want me to explain why?
A theory can either be backed up in the future or it just stays as a theory. That's literally like how we use real world logic and different like
Okay,
science
that's not what empiricism is. Do you want me to explain why? Because empiricism,
is,
wait,
nigga. A
no, listen.
hypothesis
An
like
empiricism,
it's
an
fucking
empiricism, it states that knowledge only or primarily from sensory experience. If I use my sense experience, if I use my, yeah, stop cutting me off. Like, can you shut up?
no, I'm not gonna show because you
Okay,
have no
you're compromising dialectics, GG's, you lost.
dialectics at all because
Yeah,
you're literally
because you're not letting me to like respond to your argument, to respond to your counter argument, so then we can move on to this debate. That's why you conceded. You just gave
respond, nigga.
up.
And I
Yeah,
didn't give up. You can literally respond. I'm giving you the option to
no,
respond.
you're just not letting me to move on with the debate. That's why you are surrendering this debate.
I'm not surrendering nothing.
Y-
It's just that you can't prove
no,
shit.
you are surrendering because you're not letting me state my counter argument to this.
But that's just subjective. It's not
Okay,
like
that doesn't defeat what I said. What? That's a nice concession.
that. How's that a concession? It does
Because
defeat what because you're going
you
off of
agreed on my justification. Like what?
using an entire theory, then it's not objective at all, and your argumentum is literally fallacious
But
and
wait, something
like
that's justified doesn't need to be objective. What are you talking about? You don't justify on objective things.
okay. Why is it justified?
Justify. Why is it justified that you conceded?
No, why that's our argument by belief again. But yeah,
No, that's not
why
argument by belief. Do you know what's argument by belief? Do you know
why is it
what's argument? No,
that's the
I'm not gonna
case?
let you speak. First of all, I'm a local media right now. I'm gonna explain to you what is an argument from belief. Argument from belief is basically you're believing this argument to be true by your own personal opinion, but you have no evidence to back it up, or you have no rational evidence to back it up. That's what argument from belief is.
What am I exactly arguing to be true? I'm just asking you. Like I'm holding the negative stance. You have the positive stance because you stated that something is like justified and you're giving justification. So since you're giving justification like you say you are, like that literally doesn't make any sense because you're using a theory as your basis.
First of all, theories that contradicts it being a theory because theories are hypothesis things. They're basically that has no reasoning. That's not a theory. And empiricism
No,
is a view. No, stop cutting me off. Yeah, I'm not gonna let. First of all, empiricism is a view. It states that knowledge comes only or primarily from sensory experience. What is sensory experience? You use experience from the past to prove your claim. It's not a future thing. So that's a contradiction for it to be a theory.
experience from the past to justify your claim.
Yeah.
Where's this
So let me give you an analogy for this. No, stop, stop. No,
analogy
stop,
shit?
stop.
Send me
Let me no. Let me give you an analogy right now. Let's say I'm recording this video of someone robbing a candy from a shop, right? And then there's this cop asking me who stole it. I said, it's this kid. He has what's your evidence to back it up? I'm using empirical evidence because it's from the past and I show him a video of the kid stealing candy from the shop.
not the same. You need to prove that in the past, before this like argumentum theory was made, you need to prove that there was
First of
something
all, I
to back.
already told you why it is not a theory, so
No,
you're gonna shut up right now. Plus,
I'm not gonna
plus
shut
you
up.
didn't contend the fact. No, you didn't contend the fact that you conceded to the entire debate. So
Already,
that's why you
I've
lost
already.
already.
No, you
Yeah,
said
I'm gonna end the recording. I'm gonna
I'm
end this recording. I'm gonna put this up YouTube. We can leave up to people who want.
nigga. You're fucking trash, and we're gonna get judge's verdict on this.